second graders. Today we're going to be working on the learning target, Can I Skip Count by pennies and nickels? Last week we worked on Can I Skip Count by pennies and dimes. Remember, a dime is worth 10 cents and a penny is worth 1 cent. Today we're going to be practicing how can I skip count with nickels instead of dimes. So let's think, how much is a nickel worth? What is the value of a nickel? A nickel is worth 5 cents. So what we're going to do is we're going to review two things. One, how do you skip count using a hundreds chart? And then two, how do you skip count using a number line? We're also going to be practicing how can I skip count these coins. So let's get started. When I look at a hundreds chart, I know that every row across has 10 in a row. I know that I can count by tens by going down the row because each one has 10 in a row. So if I'm skip counting using pennies, then I can think about a penny is worth 1 cent. So I can start with 1. So 1 cent is worth 1. 2 cents is worth 2 cents. 3 pennies is worth 3 cents, and so on. But now I need to think about a nickel. A nickel is worth 5 cents. So what I can do is, I'm not sure how to skip count, not a problem. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I can put a nickel on the 5. I can do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've moved on to the 10. So that means 2 nickels is worth 10 cents. Now, if I want to do it again, I can count 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a second, I'm at 15 now. Are you noticing a pattern? If I counted 5 more, do you think it would be under the next nickel, under 20? Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I am at 20 cents. Let me grab my nickel. So 4 nickels is worth 20 cents. If I have my number line, I can draw my number line and I can look at my hundreds chart to help me. I started at 0, and so I made how many jumps with nickels? I made 4 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps with nickels, and each one of these jumps is 1 nickel. 1 nickel is 5 cents. So I'm going to add 5 to every jump. That's showing I know how much I'm jumping. So I know my first jump is 5. My second jump is 10. My third jump is 15. And my fourth jump, or my fourth nickel, is 20. So 4 nickels is worth 20 cents. If I don't have nickels and I'm still trying to show my skip counting, not a problem. I can show my skip counting in many ways. If I'm labeling my nickels, each nickel is worth 5 cents. So I can draw a circle and show it's a nickel by writing 5. Then I can say this is 5 cents. See? Matching. The next nickel is 10 cents. The next nickel is 15 cents and 20 cents. Because remember, when I'm skip counting, I'm really looking for the total. If you're able to identify the value, that's part of our success criteria, but that's not meeting all of our success criteria today. We need to think, can I skip count? So if you need to use your hundreds chart, you can use that as a tool. If you want to use your hundreds chart and match it up with your number line, you can do that as a tool. Drawing your picture also is a tool. You can use all of these resources to help you be successful. If you're able to use all of them and teach about all of them, then that's pushing your learning to a 4. So let's keep thinking. Now, one thing I've been focusing on is we want to be able to skip count nickels and pennies. So let's think. I'm going to reset. So I have my hundreds chart here and my board. I'm going to show you how I can use all my strategies today to skip count using nickels and pennies. So remember, when I have my nickels, I can organize my nickels and my pennies. When I skip count, I really want to be thinking about How is my skip counting being successful? If I start skip counting with a penny, it might be very confusing because pennies are the smallest value coin. They're only worth 1 cent. So if I'm skipping counting my nickels and pennies, then I want to make sure that I start with my nickels to count. So let's see. Right now I have in my hand different coins. I have nickels and I have pennies. So let's see what we can do with our hundredths chart. I know a nickel is worth 5 cents, so I'm going to put on my 5. I know this other nickel is worth 10 cents, and I know I can skip count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now, I have no more nickels to count, but I have pennies. I'm not going to put a penny on the 30 because a penny is worth 1 cent. So I need to now skip count by 1's. When I skip counted by 5, so that's because a nickel is worth 5 cents. So a penny would go over here. 25 plus a penny is 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30 cents. I know I have to skip count by 1's with pennies because pennies are worth 1 cent. Now, I can think, what would that look like on a number line? I know I can draw my number line and I can start with 0. So I have 5 nickels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each one of these is a nickel, and a nickel is worth 5 cents. So I can label my nickels as my jumps. I know I also have 5 pennies, so I can skip count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each one of those jumps is 1 penny, and 1 penny is 1 cent. Now I need to show my skip counting. If I have my hundredths chart here, I can use that to help me with my skip counting. So I know my first jump is this first nickel, which is 5. Then I have 10, 15, 20, and 25. Then I have 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. That is how I can use the number line. But if I want to show my work using coins, if you have coins in front of you, you can line up your coins. So I could have my coins lined up on my board, and I can label underneath each one of my coins. So this would be 5 cents, 10 cents. Are you noticing how they're all very similar? I have 15 cents and 20 cents and 25 cents for my nickels. Oops. My nickel's getting away from me. 25 cents. But I'm not done yet because I haven't counted my pennies yet. So let me move my pennies so you can see my board. Because I'm skip counting, I'm looking for the total value of all my coins. So I have 25 cents, but a penny is worth 1 cent. So I'm not going to skip count by 5's. Now I'm going to skip count by 1's. So 25 plus a penny is 26 cents, 27 cents, 28 cents, 29 cents, and 30 cents. That is how I can skip count. Now remember, if you don't have coins, you are always more than welcome to open by putting in your coins. So you can put a 5 cent here instead. You can always label these differently based on the resources you have at home. So now I want you to think, how is your learning today? What level of understanding would you earn for your learning? A 1, I don't understand skip counting with nickels and pennies at all. I'm very confused, or I need a lot more help. 2, I'm close, but I might need a little bit of help or a chart to help me. 3, I can do this on my own. Or 4, I can teach somebody how to do this work. Think about what your learning would earn, and think about how you can continue to push your learning. See you next time.